been a while since I've posted a video or a podcast, but I wanted to, been busy obviously with sales work, but wanted to drop a quick video and hopefully be able to share some insights. Um, and what I want to talk about in a nutshell is why nothing in marketing works, or why nothing in sales that you might be doing to try to grow your business, whether you are a realtor or whether you are an e-commerce guy or you're doing something different, like coaching, or you're doing something like recruiting or running a car dealership, something like that. But there's this thing where you try things and they don't work, right? And you try marketing, and I think this is very typical in marketing. You try things in marketing and they don't work. And like if you've tried SEO, how many people have been burned by SEO, like search engine optimization services that just don't work? And maybe you're one of those people, and so it doesn't work. You've seen it, you've been there, you've done that, you've thrown 10K down the pit, down the drain. It hasn't worked. It doesn't work, it won't work, it will never work. And that happens. Except you see, there are big companies like Amazon that are spending huge amounts of money on search engine ranking their sites. Um, Big brands like the Dell computers, Hewlett Packard. I'm pretty sure those guys are spending a fortune on their SEO budgets. Or even in local search, Starbucks. Starbucks want to be findable in the physical world. When you're scanning around looking, they want you to be able to see their logo. But when you go online on your mobile phone, on your iPhone, and you're saying coffee shop, they want to be ranking right there. So I'm pretty sure they're spending a fortune as well on the local search to make sure you find Starbucks before you find Susie's coffee down the street. So you got these other companies spending a fortune on the exact thing which we know doesn't work. Now I've had bad experiences with search engine optimization, so I sympathize with everybody who has been burned by search engine optimization. Um, And to be honest, I'm not a big believer in search engine optimization anymore. So I'm actually revealing that I'm just like you guys. I've been burned by search engine optimization. I'm leery. I'm probably not going to buy anything from a search engine consultant. I don't know. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe one of them can convince me. You never know. But for a good while to come, I'm not going to be jumping into search engine optimization, buying SEO. But I know it's clearly working for certain kinds of businesses. It's clearly working for certain kinds of products and services and selling certain kinds of offers. Now, this applies to other things. Social media marketing. You know how many people have sunk thousands of dollars into social media marketing and never seen a cent in ROI? People have spent thousands on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, uh, LinkedIn marketing, social media marketing, and it never worked for them. So the thing is, it's okay to be skeptical about any marketing thing, whether that's PR, public relations, whether that's blogging, whether that's search engine optimization. Don't get me started on search engine optimization. Whether that's social media marketing, whether that's PPC advertising, whether that's um, any kind of marketing activity that you can do. It's good to be skeptical because a lot of that stuff is not going to work. Now, it does work for a select few, and that's typically the companies that are going heavy in it. So lesson one, it's okay to be skeptical. We've all been burned. you are right. When you say this doesn't work, guess what? You're right, because for millions of people, it hasn't worked. And you can actually succeed in business without any of those things. Can a business succeed without pay-per-click advertising? Absolutely. You could look at someone like Tesla. I don't think they've made pay-per-click advertising a big part of how they get customers. And then you can look at various other kinds of businesses that have built up their business either via like location advertising without having to use pay-per-click, just having buildings in the right place. So you can make do without a lot of these strategies. But the key thing to realize is that as much as there are millions of people for whom that thing hasn't worked, you turn around and you're gonna find there's thousands and millions of people for whom that thing has been the game changer, the absolute game changer. So everything that you know doesn't work, for sure doesn't work. You're right. But on the other hand, all those things that you know for sure don't work, guess what? They do work for certain other people, and they do get them results, and they do get them over the line. And it's just a matter of you deciding if you want that thing to work for you or not. Like, as much as I don't like search engine optimization, if I had to make it work, I could make it work. But it would require me doing the things that the people that are getting great results with search engine optimization are doing. So if you want to join the circus and be a clown in the circus, it might not work with who you are currently. Like, you know, maybe you are a middle-aged guy, you got a couple kids, you gotta wake up a certain time and go to work. On the weekend, you go to church, you're doing this, that, you know. Your social circle is not gonna take kindly to you being a clown in the circus. So if you're gonna be a clown in the circus, your whole life is gonna have to look different. You're not gonna be able to wake up at the same time. You probably are not gonna be able to keep your job because it doesn't work well with circus hours, right? That's just part of how this thing is the circus hours are different. It's a different existence. So yes, you can be a clown in the circus, but your whole life is gonna need to be different. You're gonna need to have a clown's life. So you could make SEO work, but you have to re-engineer your entire business to be the kind of business that works with search engine optimization according to what the people that are getting great results with SEO are doing. So the big lesson here is same thing with social media marketing. You can make it work. If you do decide to make it work, you can make it work. So really what it comes down to is when you look at all the strategies available to you, pick 1 to 3 strategies that appeal to you, that get you excited. You know, when you are doing something you are excited about, you're gonna stick with it long enough. And that's one of the keys of making any marketing or sales strategy work like cold calling. If you hate cold calling, you're not gonna make it work. You're not gonna stick with it long enough for it to start working. If you hate networking as a sales strategy, you're not gonna stick with networking long enough for it to start yielding results. If you hate door knocking as a sales strategy, you're not gonna stick with door knocking long enough. So with any strategy, whether it's sales or marketing, it doesn't work because you're not the kind of person for whom it works. Your business is not the kind of business for whom it works. But your business is the kind of business for which it can work, and you are the type of person for which it can work if you're willing to change yourself in accordance with what's required for that channel. And so what it really comes down to is you deciding whether this appeals to you and you want to do this or not. And once you go in, be all in or all out. Don't be playing around. If you're gonna cold call, be a beast on the cold call. If you're gonna be an SEO guy, be a beast on SEO. If you're gonna be social media marketing or PPC, be a beast in that. The problem you see with all these strategies not working is you're trying to get the cake without getting in the oven, without putting the the cake in the oven where it's gonna be baked at high temperature. You're trying to get the good without the sweat, man. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. And that's why you see most marketing that you try and you do, most sales things that you try and do just stays mediocre, because you're trying to get the honey without the bees, man. You're trying to get the honey without the bee stings. That ain't gonna happen, man. Like that's what I got for you guys. So that's my perspective as someone that's worked in marketing, now working in sales, and I got perspective because I can see this from various marketing things, various marketing campaigns, and sales things, and I've seen enough now to be able to see like nothing works and everything works. That's all I have for you guys.